In this video, we'll create a routine using Daily Routine for iPhone. To create a new routine, go to the routine list, and then tap the plus button. I'm going to call this routine Dev Day. Normally I'd change the icon and color, but that can be done anytime. So let's tap the time slots button to begin the real work of creating our new routine. Routines start with a single 24-hour gap time slot. Tap the Add Time Slot button to create a new time slot in this gap. The new time slot has been assigned a random activity. I'll change that activity by tapping the activity button and picking a different activity. New time slots are 30 minutes long by default. We can change this time slot's duration by tapping its time button. These two wheels control the time slot's start time on the left and end time on the right. Together, they control the duration of the time slot. I'll set the sleeping time from midnight to 8 AM. Now I tap the Done button. Notice that the time slot button text has changed, but the time slot itself is only changed when I tap out of the time slot. Routines in Daily Routine don't really start or end, only the time slots within them. For example, our routine appears to start at midnight, but if I start the sleep time slot at 11 PM, now there appears to be two instances of the sleep time slot. These represent the parts of the time slot that occur before and after midnight. They're actually the same time slot, just represented twice to fit our typical notion of a day. I'll just add a few more time slots for the demo. So let's change this time slot that's sandwiched in between two other time slots. Making a time slot start earlier or finish later simply shrinks the time slots immediately before and after it. But making a time slot start later or end earlier presents us with a choice. By default, making a time slot start later will make the previous time slot end later as well. But this little lock icon allows us to change this behavior if we like. Locking the previous time slot's end time will cause a gap to be inserted between the two time slots, which we can see as this grey patch between the two colors. And when we apply the change, there's now a gap. Of course, we can fill this gap by tapping the Add Time Slot button. When we try to delete a time slot, we're faced with another decision. Here, Daily Routine is asking us what should happen to the time currently occupied by the time slot we're about to delete. The simplest option is the last one, insert a gap. We can see our deleted time slot has simply been replaced by a gap. Now I'll fill this gap again so we can see what the other delete options do. The Expand Previous option will make the previous time slot end where the deleted one currently ends, effectively merging the two time slots. The Expand Next option is similar but merges the deleted time slot with the next time slot instead. The Expand Both option will split the deleted time slot's time evenly between the previous and next time slots. Just as we can merge two time slots into one, we can split one time slot into two using the Split button. By default, the split will be in the middle of the time slot, but we can change this by dragging the slider. While we're filling up our routine, we might realize that we need to create a new activity. To do so, just tap the Edit List button inside the activity picker. Here we can edit or delete existing activities or create new ones. Tap the plus button to create a new activity. We'll give our activity a name and an icon. Then we tap the Done button and we can pick a new activity. Time slots have their activities titled by default, but sometimes we want to be a little bit more descriptive. In that case, we type in a name just for this individual time slot. To change the order of time slots in a routine, tap the Sort button at the top right. The time slots shift over a little and we can drag them up and down. Tap the Sort button again to return to time slot editing mode. Now that we've created our routine, we don't need this example routine anymore, so we can delete it. But now that I've deleted the example routine, the main screen looks empty. We need to tell Daily Routine that it should schedule our new routine. To do that, tap the Dates button. I'm going to schedule our new routine for Sunday through Friday by dragging from a Sunday to a Friday. Daily Routine will ask me whether I meant just the 6 days I selected or every Sunday through Friday. In this case, I want every Sunday through Friday. When we return to the main screen, we can see our new routine is underway. Of course, our routine needs a little bit more work, but that's okay. We can edit our routine at any time, even if the routine is currently underway. This has been an overview of creating and editing routines in Daily Routine. See the Help section of the app for links to other Daily Routine tutorial videos.